Hey look, it's allergy-ridden me. Conditions are not ideal for making a video today, but I am determined to get this book review done because I've been done with this book for about 5 days now. So you guys might not know this, but this week is actually Banned Books Week. And so in honor of that, I am reviewing one of the more controversial books to come out in the last few years, The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. That's actually a complete coincidence. I didn't plan that at all. If I had, I probably would have picked some other book other than Da Vinci Code. This review is going to be a little bit unusual. And so I'm going to say right off the bat that Da Vinci Code is still a favorite. And the reason I'm telling you that is because I'm going to spend the next couple of minutes criticizing it. And I don't want you to take away from those criticisms that the Da Vinci Code is no longer a favorite or that I didn't like it, because I did like it and it is still a favorite. The problem with reviewing the Da Vinci Code in terms of what made it a favorite is that I've already pretty much done that. Because the same things that make Da Vinci Code a favorite also make Angels and Demons a favorite, and I reviewed Angels and Demons a few months ago. My sister and I have this ongoing argument. We have several ongoing arguments because we're brother and sister, but this is one of them. I decided when I first read Angels and Demons and Da Vinci Code that I liked Angels and Demons better. Cassie decided that she liked Da Vinci Code better. And on the reread of both books, I am sticking with my opinion that I like Angels and Demons better. And I'm gonna tell you why. Like I said, all the things that I like about Angels and Demons, I like about Da Vinci Code. But my feeling is that they are done less well. In particular, one of the things that's done less well is that the Da Vinci Code isn't quite as tight as Angels and Demons was. See, with Angels and Demons, you got a whole lot of information packed into the novel, but all of the information is somehow related to the story. With the Da Vinci Code, it still gives you a lot of information, and it still goes off on these tangents where it can give you this information. And the information is fascinating to read, don't get me wrong. But it doesn't always relate directly to the story, and I feel like the novel might have moved a little bit faster if they had cut some of those tangents out. It feels like Dan Brown isn't giving us the information so much because it's important to the story, but more because he wants to show off how much he knows. Also, in Angels and Demons, one of the things that I really liked about that novel was the balance between the science argument and the religious argument. He did not endorse either side, and he didn't really criticize either side. He treated them both equally. With Da Vinci Code, he doesn't do that quite as well. In fact, he's pretty hard on the church overall. I mean, more so than in Angels and Demons. And finally, the plot twists in the Da Vinci Code were not quite as brilliantly contrived as they were in Angels and Demons. See, in my mind, the mark of a good plot twist is that you don't see it coming when you first read the book, but when you look back at the story and what has transpired, you feel like you should have seen it coming. And when you reread, you pick up on all of these little clues that the author dropped off that you didn't notice the first time around. But with Da Vinci Code, they weren't there. I mean, there was no indication. It was basically just a plot twist out of nowhere. There were no clues to it, really, at all. As I said, the Da Vinci Code is still a favorite, and in a moment here I'm going to tell you some of the things that I liked about Da Vinci Code specifically. But most of those things, as I said earlier, are the same things I liked about Angels and Demons, which in itself is a little bit troubling because it makes me suspect that Dan Brown is a formula writer. And please, if you've read Lost Symbol, don't tell me anything in the comments because I haven't finished it yet, but I'm going to be reading it pretty soon, and I think that will tell us definitively whether or not Dan Brown is in fact a formula writer. On to some positive things to end this review. One of the things that I liked about Da Vinci Code is that all of the antagonists, all the people who are working against Robert Langdon have a unique agenda. This guy wants to expose the truth. This guy wants to get justice. This guy wants redemption. This guy wants to please his masters. This guy wants to live in the lap of luxury. And it's fascinating to watch them all try to work towards the same end. And of course, the other thing I like about Da Vinci Code is the message. Now, whether or not there's any truth to the theories that are stated in this book, I don't know, and I'm not going to get into it. But regardless of whether or not the theories are true, the fact of the matter is that the church is still, today, very, very patriarchal. Leadership in the church is still predominantly male, and this book makes an argument for it shouldn't be that way. There should be equal footing between male and female. And of course, being the son of a female minister, I appreciate that message. It's troubling to me that so many people in the church have a problem with this book. Whether or not Jesus Christ was married or fathered a child does not in any way diminish his message or his life's accomplishments. And I find it disturbing that so many people feel like they do. Because in my mind it means that they're putting their faith in the wrong things. But I'm on my soapbox now, and that's not necessarily where I want to be for this. So there you have it, the review of The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. Still a favorite. And the next book I will be reviewing for the favorites list is Nightlife by Peter David. Question Tuesday video will probably be coming next Tuesday, so you still have time to leave me questions if you want to. You can leave them in the comments of this video or in the previous video, which I'll probably link somewhere. Bye all. And you've got, at the end... You done, UPS truck? You done? Thank you.